It's that time of the year. January comes along and we all think, oh, yes, I need to get into this new routine. It's a fresh start. I'm going to get really organized this year and I'm going to make sure that I've got everything planned. Well, that was me at the start of the year. I don't know whether it was you. Tell me, was it you? Admit to yourself, was it you? Were you that person who said, right, this thing's going to change this year. I'm going to be so organized. I'm going to get into this new routine and it's going to really help me build my business. And then you're on to week 2, 3. That's gone already. It's gone. Getting into a new routine with anything at all can be really tricky because habits are really hard to form, really easy to break. And whatever that routine is you're wanting to do, whether that is get fit, whether that is have certain actions that you take towards your business every day, whether that is to go for a walk at a lunchtime, whether it's to take regular breaks, whether it's to maybe set your boundaries, whatever that might be, it's going to take time to get into. And when we set ourselves in January these massive routine goals, massive any goals, which are doomed to fail because we're always overambitious at this time of year because everybody's doing this goal setting and this resolutions and things. It doesn't happen. And we feel like we've let ourselves down. We feel like we can't achieve the goal or the resolution that we've set. We feel that we'll never get into this new routine. So we just, throw it to the wayside, forget about it. It's never going to work. It's not for me. I'm not a routine sort of person. Chuck it in the bin. Personally, I've done this before myself. I have also managed to create for myself new routines. So I know that I can do it. I know that brushing your teeth every day has become a habit. It's become a routine. Making myself a coffee in the morning has become a routine. There was a time last year before, that I got into a really bad habit. I wasn't very well and I was really busy. And my husband started bringing me a coffee up to bed in the morning when he got up for work really early. I sat in bed and drank my coffee. It became a routine that he would bring the coffee to me. I'd have a brew. I'd sit in bed for a while. I'd look at my phone. It was a terrible routine. I mean, it was lovely, but it was terrible for me getting up and going in the morning. I had to break that routine. It wasn't good. When you've got a routine of something that's nice, if you find something that is nice that you like to do like that, it's really easy to get into. If you're battling with something, for example, you want to start work at 9 o'clock in the morning. Oh, my big example. Let me give you my big example. My podcast. I want to go, and I've said to myself in December that the whole of 2024, I want to do a podcast a week. I am going to do a podcast a week. Well, today is, what are we on today? Friday, the 19th of January, I'm recording this. And I'm doing it this Friday because this week I haven't done one. And I've got to Friday and gone, oh, do you know what? Life has taken over. I've got busy. My routine has gone out the window because I've been so busy with work and with family stuff and with house renovations and all sorts of things that's gone to the side. But I've committed to do that every single week, so it's got to go in there. I will create the routine and things are going to change as of Monday because I'm going to set a time inside of my diary. This hour is podcast creation hour. That is what's happening in that hour every single week. And I'm going to create that routine for me and for my goal. So I'm going to give you today my 5 tips for creating a daily routine and why it's important. We'll start with the why. So that why should you create a daily routine? Well, 1, it will stop you feeling like you're floundering all the time. 2, it will make it so that you feel like you are organized and in control of your business, which is what I quite like. And I think for me, I want to clear this up right now. Routine for me, I used to think that if I got into a routine, it would be restrictive. I used to think that being in control of my business was a negative thing, that the business would then control me if I was in a routine. Now, a routine, same as the word consistency, isn't the same for everybody. A routine doesn't mean that you have to do the same thing at the same time every single day. It doesn't mean anything like that at all unless you want it to look like that. A routine for me, I want to do my podcast every single week. I'm going to make sure I set that time aside in my diary every single week. However, if in 3 months' time, I want to change when I record that, I will do. If I have coffee with a friend booked, I will move that. I will just make sure that in my routine somewhere that week, that podcast recording is going ahead. So it's finding a routine that suits you. And I think this is really important if you are of that mindset like me, that routine is restrictive, because it really doesn't have to be restrictive. So first top tip to get you into that routine that you want. First of all, obviously, work out what that routine is. What are the things that you want to be putting into your routine? Write it down. Write down the thing that you want to make routine. Is it getting up and having a glass of water straight away? Is it doing an hour of follow-up in the morning? Is it always making sure you attend to training every week? What is the thing? If it's like a health goal, write it down somewhere, put it down, What is that thing that you want to make a routine? Is it like not having pudding? is it going for that extra walk at a certain time every day, or a certain distance every day? Right? Pin it somewhere you can see it. So this could be, if you're a paper and pen sort of person, you write it down and you stick it on the fridge, or you put it by your desk, depending what the routine is that you're wanting to create. You could put it on your screensaver on your phone, your open screen on your phone. It could be the screensaver on your computer. Where is it going to be, where you're going to see it on a regular basis to remind you as you try and create this new routine, right? Because creating this new routine, you are going to have days when it doesn't work, and that's fine. Tip number 2, reward yourself for consistency. So I've done this in a variety of different ways. I love to gamify things. Those of you that know me, I talk about gamifying all the time. Make something fun, make it into a game so that you want to do it. Loads of different apps do this to help you learn. Lots of courses will do this by, counting you down how far you've got and praising you and certificates and all these things. Use that in your business. Use that idea. So what I do is I form myself a table, and I will tick when I've done things. So if I want to, for example, follow up for 20 minutes every single morning, because I need to get into a follow-up habit, I would tick every time I do my 20 minutes. So first day, 20 minutes done, tick. And I'm like rewarding myself for that, praising how well I've done for doing that 20 minutes. The next day, 20 minutes, tick, done. If that seems unachievable for you, start small and work up. So it could be doing one follow-up a day, or it could be, 10 minutes of cleaning or whatever, just something small, and build up to the amount that you'd love to be doing every day. For example, it's like if you asked me to run a marathon and I wanted to get into a routine of running every single day. By the way, again, those of you that know me, that is never going to be a thing. But if I wanted to do something like that, I wouldn't go out and try and run 26 odd miles straight away. I'd do it in bits. So I would reward myself for running maybe 3 times a week up and down the street. Start with the couch to 5K. You would do it in increments, wouldn't you? You wouldn't just go all in and go from nothing to, huge distances. You'd do it in bits, because you'd never do it. It would outface you. So if something's outfacing you that you want to create into a routine, start small. Minute increments, okay? But reward yourself. So what can you reward yourself with? Is it going to be like a virtual high five? Woo. Or is it going to be a sit down with a brew? Or listen to your favorite song? Or just give yourself a big pat on the back? Whatever. Something that you can reward yourself with when you do the thing that you want to put into routine. Third tip, keep it basic. So like I was just talking about then, that overwhelm can kick in. It's really important that you don't overwhelm yourself with an entire new routine, unless you are really like the sort of person who really doesn't care and it doesn't bother you about those things. If I said to myself, tomorrow, I'm going to make sure I go to the gym and I'm going to drink 6 to 8 glasses of water alongside all the cups of tea that I usually have. And I'm going to um, do 4 hours on my business and I'm not going to look at my phone after 10 at night. And all these things are going to change tomorrow. Tomorrow would come and be like, oh, no, I ain't got time to go to the gym. And I'm never going to drink those 6 to 8 glasses of water because one is just, it's so boring. And that 4 hours of work, I can't do it because the kids. And so everything just goes to pot. You get overwhelmed. You've asked too much of yourself. It's just never going to work. Little bits at a time. So add one thing. So if like I was just saying about the marathon running, keep it basic. I want to build up my water intake. So I will drink a glass of water at some point in the morning and I'll make sure I do it. Or I'll have a big jug of water next to my desk and I'll drink it when I feel like it. And I will try and drink more the next day and then a bit more the next day. So I build up to the 6 to 8 glasses. If I want to go to the gym, I mean, again, that's not me. Maybe one day it will be, but at the moment I have no inclination of doing it. I'd love to be a gym person, but it's just not me. But if you want to go to the gym, just, go and try it once. Don't put any pressure on yourself. Just give it a try. Do things in little bits. It avoids that overwhelm and that procrastination over it. It will really help with the mindset and the reward thing that you need to do with your brain to help with that consistency and putting that thing into the new routine. Massively, massively important that. So keep it basic. Don't try and implement loads of new routine at once. Just one thing, right? One thing that you can do and then build on it. Tip number 4, be kind to yourself. Now, like I said right at the beginning, getting into a new routine can be difficult. It's very hard to change a habit or to create a new habit. So if you miss a day or it doesn't quite go to plan, it's not the end of the world. And you've got 2 choices. You can either go, oh, sod it. I'm never, ever going to be able to do this. Forget it. Nah, throw teddies out the cot. Or you can go, right, well, I missed a day, but that's okay because tomorrow I can do it then. Or, well, I've missed the time that I was going to do the thing. I'll do it now. Like my podcast, I could have sat down this morning and gone, oh, sod it. I haven't done it. It's Friday morning. I'm going to go make myself a cup of tea. I ain't got time now. That's it. Throw my teddies out the cot. But actually, I've come and done it now. And I've made that space. I think also when it comes to this, that's where my tip number 5 is going to come in. So tip number 5, when it comes to this, knowing why you're putting that new routine in and the difference it's going to make is vital. Remember your why. I usually start with a why. We're ending with a why today. That why, if you've said, right, I want to go to the gym every day. Why do you want to go to the gym every day? What difference is it going to make? What are you aiming for? Are you just going because you want to feel a bit better? Are you going because you think you should? Find that reason. Are you wanting to look amazing on the beach? Or are you wanting to massively improve your health so that you don't have this problem or that you can do things better or, whatever it might be? In your business, are you creating a new routine so that you are more visible? Why are you wanting to be more visible? What's the end result, the end goal that you're trying to achieve? Remembering that why will make you do things more regularly and create that routine faster and easier. So my podcast thing. First of all, I want to do it because it's going to make me visible. I want to be visible every single week on my podcast because I know that it puts me in front of new people. Hello, new people. It puts me in front of my regular customers. Hello, everybody. But it also helps me nurture those people who are that in between. Hello, everybody that has met me but never bought from me. You'll hear because you want to listen to me again, which is great. If I don't put that content out there, you're not going to listen to me again because you're not going to have the opportunity to. So then you're never going to build that relationship up with me enough to want to buy my products. You have to be the same. So that for me is a big why. Another big why is that I've told somebody, I've told my business coach, I've told my audience, and again, that I am going to do this every week. Therefore, if I don't, what am I going to look like? I have to keep myself accountable by doing that. Therefore, that's going to help me build that routine as well. So remembering why you're doing something, why you're wanting to create this new routine, vitally important. All right. I hope you've enjoyed my 5 tips today. I hope you're going to put something into your routine. I'd love it if you tell me in the comments below this what your thing is going to be that you're going to put into routine, and let me know how you're getting on. If you want any more support with this, if you're wanting to be more accountable to your goals, if you're wanting to get into more of a routine, I have my Success Lounge membership and the Ignite Mastermind coming up soon. You can come and chat to me about either of those things that will help you get into that new routine with your business, keep you accountable, keep you motivated to get that routine into place, amongst other things. Thank you all for watching and listening. I will see you all soon. Bye.